on January 11th, a tornado devastated our school. And we are proud tonight to have the first responders who came that night, and they wanted to come tonight and honor our graduates, and they have formed a tunnel at the track for our graduates. So please stand as the class of 2020 enters.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, and gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Thank you all for coming this evening to celebrate our graduation with us. A special thank you to the school board trustees who are here with us today. Mr. Ron Blackman, Dr. Donald Copley, Miss Kim Durant, Miss Shirley Halley, Mr. Matt Irick, Mr. Todd McDonald, Mr. Derek Proctor, Mr. Mark Surrey, and Chairman Dr. James Smith. I would also like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Shane Robbins, for your support and presence at our commencement ceremony. We welcome you all.
Due to our change in date of our graduation, Molly Spearman, the state superintendent of education, is not with us tonight, but she does send her congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.
I am Zachary Roberts, your Master of Ceremonies. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to silence their cell phones. On behalf of the graduates, I would also like to ask you to help us in making this a dignified ceremony by ensuring no applause causes other graduates' names not to be heard. It is important to us to make sure that all students are recognized this evening for their accomplishments. Nayeli Vallejo Ibarra will now deliver the welcome.
Good evening, honored guests, family and friends, teacher and staff. I am Nayeli Vallejo Ibarra. I am honored to welcome you and to present the salutatorian speech for the distinguished and special class of 2020. We began our school year thinking we'd have one of the most memorable classes in history. Why wouldn't we? We were reliving the start of the Roaring *20s, or so we thought. We were put through a series of events that strengthened us. Not only is the class of 2020 going to be forever remembered in U.S. history as the pandemic class, we will also be remembered as the class that the whole nation united and rooted for in order to watch us graduate. I know the changes have affected many of us. For me, it's the fact that there are people that should have been here to watch me walk across the stage. There are so many people that guided and motivated me through the years. People who never doubted me, even when I thought I couldn't do it. People who deserved to see this moment. The people I did this for. My older sister, my brothers, and my dad couldn't be here today, but I did it. The first person in my family that will attend college. I know some of you have loved ones that couldn't be here either, but I know they're watching through a screen. Proud as ever. I am entirely thankful for the privilege to have a physical and in-person graduation with some of our loved ones present, unlike many other schools in this country. As the North Central class of 2020, we deserve this and more. Not only do we have to endure a quarantine that deprived us of our traditional milestones, but we had to go through something even more unreal that hit close to home. In January, an EF2 tornado ripped through our school and changed our lives completely, way before this pandemic did. I want to thank everyone that helped our school during this hard time. I especially want to thank our administrators, teachers, and staff for making the transition from our beloved castle to ATEC a smooth and easy experience. It took some time to get used to it, but we made it work. This shows that we, North Central's class of 20, are warriors in the truest sense of the name. No tornado, challenge, or even global pandemic can stop us on our path. High school was a great time in all of our lives. We created memories with great friends. We lost some, we won some. I grew a lot as a person in high school. I became involved in many clubs such as Beta Club, Key Club, and National Honor Society. I even began to lead the Wellness Club. I know high school offered many options for people to expand their horizons. For some, it was marching band, quiz bowl, cheer, or baseball. For me, soccer really became a huge part of me. I had to juggle my schoolwork and other responsibilities. It helped me understand time management, and I know that for others, their activities shaped them as well. Regardless of our various interests, though, our small school allowed us to be tight-knit and close. That is what is so special about North Central. We know everyone and form great connections. I made some great friends that I will keep in touch with, and others that I will continue to grow with at the College of Charleston. These 4 years brought some of the greatest memories: Friday night lights, field days, and proms. However, this was all temporary, and at the end of the day, it was all preparing us for the real world. And who is more prepared than us? Even though the circumstances may not be what we wish, never has a graduating class been called to step into the future with more purpose, vision, and possibilities for improvement. Thank you.
Ms. Kirkland will now recognize the top graduates.
The salutatorian award is given to the student who has the second highest grade point average at the end of their senior year. This student has worked hard to achieve high grades, maintain good study skills, and work ethic. The salutatorian for the class of 2020 is Nayeli Vallejo Ibarra. The valedictorian award is given to the student who has the highest grade point average at the end of their senior year. This student has achieved academic excellence through taking rigorous coursework and maintaining high grades. The valedictorian for the class of 2020 is Isabella Tylen Baipo.
Mr. Chad Dixon is a product of North Central area schools. He attended Mount Pisgah Elementary and graduated from North Central High School in 1990. He then attended Winthrop University and was awarded the Presidential Scholar Award. He graduated from Winthrop in 1994 with a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education. In 2004, Mr. Dixon acquired a Master of Arts in Educational Leadership from Argosy University in Sarasota, Florida. He taught physical education and coached numerous sports at Bethune, Myrtle Beach, and North Central High Schools from 1994 to 2012. Over the course of his years of coaching, his teams won 2 state championships, 1 lower state championship, and 8 region championships. He was also named Toast of the Coast Coach of the Year by the Sun News on 4 occasions and named Region Coach of the Year 8 times. He also started and developed the first boys and girls cross-country teams at North Central in 2006. In 2012, Mr. Dixon began his administration career serving as assistant principal at North Central High and served in that capacity through 2018. In 2018, Mr. Dixon was taped as the 3rd principal of North Central Middle School and is completing his 2nd year in that role. He is grateful that he has had the opportunities to serve this community for 23 of his 26 years in education, the same community that helped shape and mold him as a young man. In addition to his passion for education, Mr. Dixon enjoys several hobbies as well. He has been involved in acting and modeling for 13 years and has been featured in several movies, commercials, and photo shoots throughout the years. His most notable movie appearances include working with George Clooney in 2008 film Leatherheads and Kevin Bacon in the 2007 film Death Sentence. He also completed ad campaigns and commercials for Biltmore House, John Deere, Verizon, UPS, and many others. He can currently be seen in numerous advertisements for various Myrtle Beach resorts and on occasional episodes of It's Supernatural. Mr. Dixon also enjoys running. He has completed several marathons with hopes of completing an ultra marathon before he turns 50. He loves spending time and traveling with his wife Jill and 4 children, Caroline, Madison, Aubrey, and Braden, and enjoys being an active member of Pleasant Plain Baptist Church. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Chad Dixon.
Wow, what a year. A little loud, huh? But here we are in the stadium, and finally we are here with all of you about to graduate. It sure is good to see all of y'all again. I'll try to be quick with my speech before, the locust or the murder hornets or earthquake or something happens. You never know this year. You never know. First, I want to thank Dr. Robbins, Mr. Branham, as well as our school board members for making sure our graduates were able to have as normal graduation as possible. I know this means a lot to our graduates and also to our family members. Thank you for that. Let's give them a round of applause. I especially want to thank Mr. Branham for asking me to speak today. I'm truly honored and humbled by this opportunity. And Mr. Branham, I promise I will keep it under 30 minutes. I'm just kidding, everybody. I'll be a lot quicker than that. And that's to you two graduates. I know you want to get out of here. Who would have thought that on January 10th, as the basketball game ended against Chesterfield, that you wouldn't be going back into your school building because of a tornado destroying it? I certainly would not have, and probably none of you either. Who would have thought that after March 13th, we wouldn't go back to school at all because of a worldwide pandemic? Certainly not me, and probably not any of you as well. How many of you would have thought that if you were told you were getting 2.5 months out of school, that you have ended up hating it, actually? Probably not a lot of y'all, but I bet some of you did. Things happen in life that are far beyond our control. But life is not all about the trials and tragedies that happen in your life. It's how you respond to them. God has a plan for your life. Each one of you are blessed with gifts and talents that are unique to you. It may be academics, athletics, leadership, a heart for serving others, the ability to fix things, the ability to make people laugh. The list can go on, but you have special talents that are special and unique to you. But here's the kicker. You have to decide if you're going to use them or not. You see, when you go back through your life, there'll be a lot of those who would have thought moments. For me, who would have thought that on June 8th, 1990, as I sat on this exact same field, just waiting for the ceremony to be over so I could head to the beach for senior week. I really don't remember much else about the ceremony. It was hot. It was about the storm. So thankfully it's a lot cooler today. But I certainly don't remember a whole lot what the speaker said, I'll be honest. So seniors, pay attention. Anyway, who would have thought that this skinny, fairly athletic, not a Tyrone Drakeford for sure, fairly nerdy, not smart enough to be real nerdy, young man will become the principal of North Central Middle School 28 years later. A school that had not yet been built or even thought of for that matter. Or this little 9th grade kid that went by the name of Davy Branham would become a principal at North Central High School. I certainly would not have. Probably not Mr. Branham either. You see, as you leave North Central High School, there are jobs and opportunities that will exist in the future that have not even been built, invented, or discovered yet. Let's go back about 30 years in time for an example. So back to my senior year, as I sat here. The only social media available to me was a party line telephone that had 6 members, 6 families on one line, and a mailbox where I could put in a letter. That was it. And yes, I had to wait until all 5 of my neighbors were off the phone to actually talk to my girlfriend. True story. Not to mention, if I called long distance, which was outside of Kershaw, it would cost extra. So, of course, we didn't do much of that either. I guess I could have written a letter and put it in the mailbox and it'd arrive in a few days. So now, look at you. There's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, just to name a few. So when I sat on this field 30 years ago, the term social media didn't even exist. And there was nothing Insta or snappy about it. There are many other examples I could give, but just understand that no one knows what the future will look like. But there is one guarantee, and I tell my kids this all the time, and I'm sorry, Madison, yes, you even have to hear it here. But the one constant in life is that change is going to happen. Let me say that again, seniors. Change is going to happen in your life. You probably already know this from the events of this year, but it will continue throughout your life. As I said, God has a plan for you. It may be not exactly what you envisioned it to be. It may be actually much better than you ever imagined. Or it could be much worse if you continually make bad choices. You see, how you respond, react, and work through trials will direct your path. You may not hear that calling from God like, Chad, this is God. This was what I want you to do. That's not going to happen. I wish it would sometimes, but it really isn't. Many times that calling comes from your interests, your talents that I talked about, your passion. I had no clue what I wanted to do when I graduated and I sat on this field. I had no clue. I really wanted to play professional baseball. That was really my passion. But that wasn't going to happen. I wasn't even going to play in college. So now what? Well, I knew I wanted to go to college because I knew I could get a better job than working in a mill somewhere. That was about it. So how did I get around to deciding to be a phys ed teacher and a coach? Well, my major changed 3 times before I even started college. But after a great deal of thought and prayer, I decided on teaching PE and coaching because I love sports and I love being around people. It all goes back to doing what you're passionate about. Again, as you get older, things change. My passion gradually shifted away from athletics to serving my students and the families in our community through education. It wasn't that I thought that was going to be a whole lot more fun, but it was a means of serving my community in a larger way, my calling, if you will. Other times, circumstances through trials such as tornadoes or a pandemic or tragedies such as losing a child, a sibling, or a parent help direct your path. Many of you may have decided that your passion is to help others that are sick or do research to find cures for treatments for disease or help others recover from disasters simply from the events that occurred this spring. Sometimes it also takes trials and tragedy for us to realize how truly blessed we are. It was devastating for me to see the school I've been at most of my life destroyed on that stormy Saturday night. But the next day, I realized how blessed we all were. It happened on a Saturday night when there was nobody in the building, hitting the school instead of the homes nearby. It injured and killed no one. It helped me to realize that North Central is not special for that building. It's special for its people, for all of you, students, the teachers, the staff, the parents, and our community. It's special because of you. We have had the rare opportunity to experience in real life what it means to be resilient in the face of tragedy. How blessed we all have been to see our community truly pull together. But let's not forget about COVID-19. Y'all still make me laugh when y'all walk in with those masks, and I have to take a double take every time I see it. It is just so foreign to me, and I know it is to you. I know you really missed out on those spring activities and traditions that seniors normally do, and I am so sorry that you missed out on that. However, there are positives that can be taken from this as well. First, you did have 2.5 months to move up a few levels in Fortnite, to learn some new moves on TikTok, or to get a really nice tan if you wanted to. But seriously, think about how you were blessed. All of you are safe and well. Some of you may be like me and never sit idle. It's always go, go, go for me and my family. I've had the opportunity to just be at home with my family, as many of you have. I've never had the opportunity to be there with them for such an extended period of time. And I am glad to say that everyone in the Dixon family survived being quarantined together for all that time. And I'm not talking about the coronavirus either. I'm talking about having 4 kids in the house, trying to do virtual learning, along with me virtually administrating. A lot of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about. There were days that were a little shaky, but somehow we didn't kill each other. Bless my wife. Anyway, it really has been a special time, and hopefully it has been for you as well, to where you have got to spend a lot more quality time together with your family. That's important as you move along and move throughout your life. We've all had the opportunity as well to realize just how important school is to us, and not just from an educational standpoint. Back to the special people. I'm sure you hungered for days when you were with your friends, sharing those simple moments that we all took for granted, or the time in that class that wasn't necessarily your favorite, but you had that teacher that made you feel special, or that one that had that glow in their eyes because they were so passionate about their subject. This quarantine has given us time to realize just how good we have it at North Central. It's also given us time to realize what is truly important: your faith, family, and friends, not necessarily sports, ceremonies, nor activities. You see, it's the people you share those activities with that makes them special. The events of this school year should have given you several important life lessons that I hope you will carry beyond your wildest dreams. First, these two events reminds us that you should not wait to do something that we think is important, because tomorrow, as you know it, may never come. Don't leave things unsaid or undone. Second, be innovative. Things have changed and will continue throughout your life. You must adapt to change. Open your mind to doing things you never thought of. You may even discover to do things better than before. Look at your teachers as an example of this. They had to recreate their rooms after the tornado. Then they had to recreate the way they instructed, and even though I know it was very difficult, they didn't miss a beat. The third thing, English teachers, please forgive me, can't, never, could do nothing. If you say you can't do something without even trying, you won't accomplish anything. Some of you probably felt this way with e-learning, but obviously you started trying and figured out something because you're sitting on this stage. Always remember that. And fourth, when life knocks you down, you get back up, you fight harder. Yes, we took a blow in the gut when the tornado hit the school, but our community and our district is dedicated to making it better than it was. We are a resilient and hardworking community, and we find solutions to problems without getting bent out of shape. I hope and I know all of you are proud to be Knight Strong, and you are forever a Knight. Look at this beautiful video screen behind me. In a few weeks, you can see those stands as they start rising out of the ground. The footings are already poured. We are going to rise from this trial. You may have a black eye due to a punch in the face from this pandemic and all that you missed out on. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight harder or throw in the towel? These next few months will tell the tale. And I know, girls, y'all appreciate this, Madison Wills. But remember, as they sing in High School Musical, we are all in this together, which is very true. We're truly all in this together in life and in this world. We have to figure it out together. Rely on your family and friends. Finally, that means listen to me now because I'm almost done. Just listen, because I can't suspend you anymore, but this is important. You have only one life. One life. Make the most of it. Use your talents for good. You missed a couple of months that you feel were taken from you at school. No sports, no ceremonies, no field day. You have the rest of your life to decide how you're going to use it. How sad it would be to look at the end of your life's journey and think, I wasted my chance to use my talents to make a difference in this world. It's up to you, totally. But always remember this, we've got your back because we are one family. And I'll leave you with this verse of Scripture from Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Thank you. Congratulations, seniors. And I love y'all. Thank you.
Isabella Bipo will now deliver the farewell.
Good evening. Don't worry, I'll keep this short. Students, faculty, family, and friends, thank you again for being here. Tonight, we students close a chapter in our lives and prepare for the next. It is an honor to be here, and to be completely honest, there was a moment before today when I didn't think we'd be here in person. On this field for graduation, between the tornado and the COVID-19 pandemic, it is an understatement to say that we have had quite a unique senior year. And as a result, we lost important milestones as seniors. Our last sports seasons, our last school play, our last pep rallies, our senior prom, and those are just the big events. I, for one, am sure that you all have personal milestones that you missed out on this year. I'm upset that I didn't get the chance to write my name on a little whiteboard in Ms. Hall's class saying I finally completed her physics class. At the risk of sounding too cheesy, I would like to say the most important thing we lost this year is the memories that we could have made with people we might not get to see again. From here on, we won't spend 7 hours a day, 5 times a week together. We are leaving here today in different directions, and even if some of us choose to remain close, we're just not going to get those memories back. On the flip side, this is going to make an unbelievable story for our future grandkids. You know all those skills people say employers look for? Well, our school taught us those in spades. For one, this year has proven how adaptable and resilient we are between changing locations and weeks of e-learning. And teamwork is something small schools like ours excel in. That's why field day is always so competitive. And I'd say we're pretty good at communication too, considering how fast secrets spread. Add that to all the academics we've learned here at our time at North Central, and we are as prepared as we can be to face the real world. And for that, I would like to thank all the teachers and staff at North Central who helped us students get to where we are now. Personally, I would like to thank Major and First Sergeant for allowing me to annoy them this year, even if I didn't come back for a 4th year of JRTC. And Ms. Ferrer for teaching me how to solve Rubik's Cubes when they finally had enough of me. And even though she doesn't work here anymore, I'd also like to thank Ms. Huff for being our A-Push classes school mom. I'm sure all of you have teachers that made high school slightly less miserable. Be sure to thank them when you have the chance. As we leave here today, take the lessons we learned here with you wherever you might go. College, military, work, or even just exploring the world. Because even though we lost a lot of things this year, we go forward knowing we can roll with the punches of life and still come out the other side relatively unscathed. Congratulations on your graduation, seniors. Don't stop here.
Principal Mr. David Branham will now present the class of 2020.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of North Central High School, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Ms. Kim Durant, Kershaw County School Board Trustee, the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Branham. And on behalf of the Kershaw County School Board and its trustees, we gladly accept the North Central High School graduates class of 2020. You may now present the diplomas.
Isabella Tylen Bipo, valedictorian, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal, Palmetto Fellow. Nayeli Vallejo Ibarra, salutatorian, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Zachary Luke Roberts, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal, Palmetto Fellow. Gracie Ann Morrow, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Peyton Mackenzie Holly, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Angelina Christine Spinelli, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Anna Karen Lucina Chavez, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Julianne Elise Outlaw, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Madison Rose Dixon, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Jared Augusto Chavez, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Autumn Taylor Barrett, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Aaliyah Dorothy White, Distinguished Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Richard Lawson Young, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Kara Delaney Ayton, Honor Graduate. William Sidney Boone, Honor Graduate, Academic Honors Medal. Quentin Lamar Boykin, Honor Graduate. Olivia Marie Chafin McLean, honor graduate, academic honors medal. Matthew Storm Clem, honor graduate. Christopher Edward Cole, honor graduate. Ryan Marcel Green, honor graduate. Caitlin Madison Hall, honor graduate. Jada LaQuisha Izzard, honor graduate. Dakisha Kavana Massey, honor graduate. Mary Caitlin Norwood, honor graduate. Megan Sharon Peach, honor graduate, academic honors medal. Thomas Levy Portee, honor graduate. Tiara J. Preston, honor graduate. Aaliyah Marie Ross, honor graduate. Soleil Moon Star Shaw, honor graduate. Kenneth John Smith, honor graduate. Abigail Grace Spann, honor graduate. Presley Elizabeth Springfield, honor graduate.
Michaela Renee Alexander. Mikkel Brett Alexander. Daniel Matthew Arledge. Jalen Jakari Atkinson. Clinton Warren Beebe. Sierra LaDon Faith Black. Austin Bradley Bowers. Amari Jaitlin Bracy. Jacadrian Malik Bracy. Caroline Juanita Brazel. Marvin Brigman. Michael Dylan Broughton. Cheyenne Alexis Brown. Skylar William Campbell. Anthony Jerome Cooper. James Allen Crosby. Jaquavian Marquise Danzy. Madison Ann Davis. Seth Reed Enter. Amy Estrada. Elizabeth Christine Evans. Cody William Falconberry. Clenzo Nathaniel Foreman. Elizabeth Dawn Freeman. Benjamin Joel Gainey. Cannon Rain Gainey. Monique Diavion Hampton. Stephen Bryce Heron. Noe Herrera Rivera. Shayla Rain Henson. Cameron Bradley Hoffman. Diavion Atlantis Jones. Lacey Kalia Jordan. Joseph Jamon Kelly. Abigail Rose Christ. Devon Xavier Isaiah Burkalt Lally. William Bryce Labastri. Matthews Jr. Littlefield Rosario. Brianna Nicole Marsh. Abel Mota Jr. Avery Michael Norwood. Jeremiah Blaine Phillips. Jordan Brooke Privet. Eugene Blease Ray. Jamaja Lanique Reed. Cody Robert Rickard. DeAndre Jaheim Robinson. Linda Madison Robinson. Lane Thomas Ruffner. Matthew Ryan Ruffner. Sonny Eric Rutherford. Joshua Jalen Salmon. Dante Seegers. Sam Tristan Shirey. Lauren Jessica Simon. Marique Javante Simon. Jada Brooke Sims. Jordan Lee Small. Elijah Jeremiah Sullivan. Julio Jesus Tamayo. Hunter Blake Tarleton. Caitlin Christine Thompson. Taylor Christine Thompson. Jediah Trevon Timms. Eva Alexandra Vasquez. Dylan Slater Walford. Marion Antonio Woods. Emily Grace Worley. Honesty Marie Roble. Let's give these graduates a round of applause. Isabella Thailand Bipo will now read the senior tradition.
Class of 2020, it is time to fulfill the long-held tradition of turning the tassel and ring. The turning of your tassel from right to left signifies the transition from student to graduate, or in other words, student to North Central High alumni. At this time, class of 2020, please move your tassels. The turning of your ring is symbolic as you have worn your ring so that your personal information has been facing outward and your school symbol has been facing inward. Turning your ring so that the school symbol is outward symbolizes that you are now a proud graduate of North Central High School and lets the world know of your great achievement. At this time, class of 2020, please turn your rings. Congratulations to you all.
Gracie Ann Morrow will now read the Irish blessing.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm up upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. May you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. May the saddest day of your future be no worse than the happiest day of your past. May you have warm words on a cold evening, a full moon on a dark night, and the road downhill all the way to your door. May your pockets be heavy and your heart be light. May good luck pursue you each morning and night. May you always have work for your hands to do. May your pockets hold always a coin or two. May the sun shine bright on your window pane. May the rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you, and may God fill your heart with gladness to cheer you.
Micaiah Robertson will now lead us in singing the Alma Mater.
Please refer to your program for the words to the alma mater. At this time, please stand and join me in singing the alma mater. North Central High, thy name we hold so dear, leading us onward, guiding through the years, through our trials and our pleasure, gain we strength and unity.